All right, so we're going to do these two pages, 223 and 226. And you may need some more space, like use the back of your book or another paper, because I don't know, there's a lot going on here. But we have some division stories for the first page, so let's have a look at that. And first of all, let's break down this first sentence. So Sarah and her 3 friends, that is probably going to be important, bake cookies. By the end of the afternoon, they had made 7 dozen cookies. Okay, well, first of all, do you know how much is a dozen? A dozen is 12. So if they made 7 dozen, how many did they get altogether? Okay, if you know your 12's facts memorized, you'll know that is 84. So that's probably key to know, and I don't know if they're all sharing them. Yeah, they are. So that's 4 people, 84 cookies. So good to know. So now they're putting 50 cookies in the freezer. So we're going to subtract those 50 cookies. They're putting 50 in the freezer. So that means they're going to have, 34 cookies left. And then they're splitting those between the 4 friends. So they're splitting 34 divided by 4 friends. And you need to say, what is the answer? And you will have a remainder. And I'm actually going to give you the remainder. I won't give you the answer. I'll give you the remainder is going to be 2. But here's a question. What will you do with the remainder? How do you handle the remainder? Okay, you have 2 cookies left. What are you going to do with those 2 cookies? Leave them together, just set them aside, or are you going to turn them into a fraction or turn them into a decimal? And then explain why you would do that. Okay, then we have butter for the cookies, 350, chocolate chips 450, the raisins 2, and Sarah's mom gave them the rest of the ingredients. So looks like they're splitting the cost evenly, so we need to add up all of those prices first. And we're probably hopefully getting to the point where we can do some of this in our head. So if you have $3 and $4, that's $7. Then I would put 50 cents and 50 cents is another dollar. So now that's going to give you $8. And then 2 more dollars, it's going to be $10 is the total. So that's what you have for how much. And I'll let you finish this on your own, but they have $10 and they're going to split the cost 4 ways. So you're dividing 10 by 4 ways, and then how much do they each pay? And then what do you do with the remainder if you do 10 divided by 4? Okay, we're moving on to now some multiplication after doing division. And this is Quinn's quilt. A quilt is like a blanket you make out of different pieces of cloth. My mom actually does quilts. And the quilt is 72 by 96. And first we're going to estimate. So I would round 72 to 70. And 96 rounds to 100. So my estimate is going to be about 7,000 square inches. And then we have just the straight up equation like this to figure out the area. And here you can solve the problem however you want, as long as you're showing your work and not just using like a calculator or something. And whatever method you want to use, you can use. I would recommend, if you want to try out something new, which we've been working on, I would do it like this. I do 72 times 100, and then I do 72 times 4, and how I'm getting that is 96 is 100 minus 4. So I would do 72, figure that out, which is really easy. And then to do 72 times 4, do double, right? Double 72, and then double it again, then subtract those. That's a way you probably haven't done before, but it will show like a new way to do this. Okay, and then for part B, now she's doing a pillowcase, and they're giving us the area. So it's actually going to be a division because we know the area is 189 square inches, and one side is 9. Okay, so this estimate is a little bit harder. For me, the estimate, I know 9 times 20 is 180, so I think it's going to be right around, the other side is going to be about 20. And then let's do another new method here where we do an array. And if I do 9 times 10, that gives me 90. And then I'm going to do another 10. And now I'm up to 180. And then all I need is 9 more. So 9 times what equals 9. And once you have that number, you have your answer. And then we have 2 more down here. And again, solve them however you want, but show your work. So again, just to try these new methods, why don't we do like doubling and halving here. So if I double 25, it's going to give me 50. And if I half 38, then I have 19. I can't, if you know how to multiply decimals, you could do that one more time. But maybe I'll just do 50 times 19 now. And then that would be pretty easy. Or you could even do 50 times 20 minus 50 to try out these new methods. But there's one. And then we have 600 divided by 8. Again, let's try some new things. And I'm kind of interested to go straight to 5 because I have an idea of how to do this. I know 5 times 8 is 40. That means if I go 50 times 8, I can get to 400. And then think about this. So I'm all the way to 400. And I need to get to 600. So I just need half of this, right? So what's half of 50? 25. And then this is going to be, so this is half, right? And this needs to be half. And now I basically have the answer. If you just combine this, you'll get your 600, and then combine that. And how about that? Kind of fun. And that's it for these 2 pages. And thank you, and goodbye.